Good morning, and this is Monday, Columbus Day, October 10th, and your Master Pattern Report, Dr. Bob Flower. Okay, so we had a couple of hits last week with our S&P call and our silver. So, we think that we have a silver chart here, which I'm just going to briefly show you, but you'll be able to see it on our new website, which I'm going to give you in a moment, and it'll be much more distinct. But I just want to indicate to you that this is our silver, and our hit last week was right here on the 6th and the 7th low, and here we are around $29. I think that was spot, I believe, and today it's up around $32, and we expect we're looking at $34 before the end of the week, and at that point we want to kind of reassess what's going on, because from there it could either go down and test that $29 level again, or maybe even lower, or continue on to the $39 level, which is up here. Okay, so, and we'll know more about that towards the end of the week. Tomorrow, and you will see this when you go to the website, the silver call, by the way, this is a silver chart, is for Tuesday, October 11th. So we're looking for another move in silver, and we believe that will be an up move for tomorrow. The indications are that predominantly for an up move. Okay, and the S&P looks like we may have seen a temporary bottom here, and we're going to see a little bit of a rally, but we're not long here. We're still remaining short on the S&P, and the same thing with the other commodities. Oil and gold and platinum are all making their moves up. The dollar is strengthening because of the European mess, and now China seems to be having some problems starting to evident itself in the sense of a real estate balloon there that's starting to take place, which we were told about 2 years ago, which had to happen. I mean, when your new houses are selling for more than the houses next door, and they're in foreclosure, and they can't sell, it means that there's trouble on the horizon. It seems like it's finally arising in China. Okay, so now we have all this unrest, which we predicted 3.5 years ago, and all this crap is going to continue as these no-brainers take to the streets and have no idea why they're doing it. We had a discussion group over the weekend with the parties from both sides, both camps, and the question, the issue arose. Okay, so now we have 47% of the people that are paying all of the federal taxes, and 53% of the people that are paying no federal taxes, and you want to tax the 47% even more. So let's use an analogy to put things in the proper perspective. Let's say the 47% of Americans who are paying the taxes say, okay, look, we're not going to take this anymore. We're all going to move to the Turks and Caicos, right? So the 47% of Americans now pick up and they all move to the Turks and Caicos Islands, all right? Question: what do you think is going to happen with the Turks and Caicos economically? And what do you think is going to happen to America with the 53% that don't pay federal taxes? I mean, think about it. Don't rationalize it. Think about it. What happens? And that's the perspective I think you have to take to these issues, okay? I think we're blaming the wrong people here. I'm not going to say that Wall Street or the banks are in my favor, because I'm not a lover of a lot of things that they do. But that's the system. You have to learn the system, and you have to learn to control the system. We have governmental. Here's the thing, about the TARP and everything else. Oh, these banks and these brokers, they raped us. Well, where were the agencies? Where were the federal and the state agencies during this? What were they doing? What do we have them for? I mean, don't they have our trust? They certainly don't have our back, that's for sure. Now, if somebody's going to let you rob, and your conscience is not as pure as what everybody would like it to be, you're going to rob. That's common sense. You need to have the systems in place, which we do, but you need to implement them. We're not implementing them. So whose fault is that? Yes, it's the banks. Yes, it's some of the brokerage houses, but it's also the government. The system is not working properly. It's not that the model is wrong. Capital. It's not that capital. Nobody can show me something better than capitalism. If there is, I'll do it. I'll go with it. But there isn't any. But we have to have, the model is okay. It's the procedures, the process that's wrong. And people are not paying attention. Now everybody's jumping on the bandwagon because they see they can get a free lunch. Oh, we blame the government and they give us something for free. No. And while we're discussing this, let me bring up a futurist view. This is way out there, of where the world is going. Of course, this issue came up as well, and really became the main issue. For a long time now, perhaps maybe 2 centuries, the world has been going more noticeably in 2 different directions. We've been going in the direction of politics, society, religion, group thought on one hand, and on the other hand, we've been going in the way of knowledge, intelligence, science. Okay? And here's what's beginning to happen. Science is beginning to develop a deeper understanding of the universe and how it works, and how the creative process. This is what men like Steve Jobs and Edison, that's what they're all about. And every once in a while we see them, they come along, and they begin to come along more and more. Okay, so they're in the process of learning how to develop their consciousness, their awareness, and their skills to create things and overcome things and expand. This group over here is stuck in the same crap and is mired down in all of this nonsense, and is not developing itself to the degree that this is. So what is eventually going to happen, and of course, I mean, we're talking philosophically here, this could be another couple of 100 years, could be 100 years, could be 50 years, is that society is going to evolve into these 2 stations, and this is going to be more than the have-nots. They're going to be the will-nots and can-nots. This is going to be the everything. This will be the master society. Not because they're better than this, but because this group has chosen this path and does not seek to pursue this path. Think about that. Let's have a discussion on this. By the way, our new website is up. It's not quite finished, but it's looking good. We got a lot of information there. If you have any suggestions, you can offer it. The site is www.masterpattern.net. Right, Janet? Okay. Masterpattern.net. All right. You go there, have a lot of information, stuff about our books, stuff about the Master Pattern. We're going to have charts and graphs and whatever we can get up there, and information. We're going to post information in between shows for you, and we're looking forward to having a great exposure for you. Okay, this is Dr. Bob for the Master Pattern Report, and we'll see you next week.